Hello everyone, it's Mark, and if you were watching the last video closely, you already know which bike I purchased because on the Facebook Marketplace page it said sold, but it was the Giant Via. So let's go outside and have a look at the bike. Okay, here it is, the overview here. I did purchase the Giant Via. This is a Giant Via 1. I believe it's a 2015 model. They don't make this bike anymore. It was retailed, MSRP was $600, and I bought it for $125. Easy transaction, seller was up in Simi Valley. Nice guy. So that's overall, I like the looks of the bike, and it's in decent shape for a bike that's, I guess, almost 10 years old. But we will walk around it and take a look at each part of it. Let's start with the frame. The frame is in good shape. There's a few scratches here and there. It has the Via on it. It doesn't have, I haven't found yet where it has the size, although I think it's a medium size frame. It has this neat top bar that's split. It's a steel frame. The seat's in really good shape. Just some scratches here as you go down the front fork. Not a lot of other markings on this bike other than saying Via. The chain, when we get to the chain guard, you'll see that it says Giant. We have the Giant logo here on the front of the bike. The hardware needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I don't know if this bike was outside for a while, but it is, I kind of polished this one up a little bit, took it out last night a little bit, just did it with the brass brush, but I can polish all these up. But that's just kind of true everywhere. Even the seat post hardware is a little crusty. So seat is nice, a cushiony seat, springs in it. Yeah. All right, on the front we have the front rack. It came with a strap when you bought it new. He didn't have that anymore. The V brakes here will probably need to be, we'll probably overhaul all of those, replace them. The cables look really good. It's a quick release front wheel. I have not had it off yet. The tires are Kenda Quest, so those are not the original tires. Giant had their own tires on this bike originally. And the tread doesn't look terrible, but they look a little sun damaged a little bit on the outside, so we'll probably replace the tires. The Kenda Quest are good tires, but we'll probably replace those as they're getting a little cracks here on the outer edge. The fenders are all good. This one, the fender arm here is just slightly bent, so we'll be able to get that straightened out, but it's not affecting the alignment of the fender. The pedals are Well-Go pedals, so I don't think those were original either on this bike. It has a hanger on the frame for a U-lock. We'll see how good that works when we get the lock. The back fender has a little bit of a dent in it here, and so we'll take care of that, try to pound that out. You can see here the hub is a Shimano Nexus 3. Let's see, Enter 3. That's a 3-speed hub. Well, bike needs cleaning all over. And so the bell housing is oops, the shadows there, but is a Nexus bell housing. I've ridden the bike a little bit. The shifting is good. This all kind of needs a good cleanup. Maybe a re-greasing and oiling of the hub. It has both rear brakes that are V brakes, but also it has a coaster brake with the hub, so that seems to be working fine. I don't think that's the original hub. I think there was a recall on those. So this looks like the Shimano hub looks like it was a different hub. In one way we know that is that the shifter is a SRAM, however you say it, iMotion 3 shifter. It works just fine with the Shimano hub, but I think the iMotion 3 hub originally came on it. I think it was recalled because of coaster brake issues. It did have this bell that has the compass. We'll see if that's an item Bodhi wants to keep. So that is an overview of the bike. Let's go take a look here at the chain. Chain guard is in really good shape. I mean, it has some scratches on it, but that's where it says Giant there. And yeah, and the chain's pretty clean. All right. So, and there's no caps on the valves here, but that's not a big deal. We'll probably replace the tires in the tubes once we get in there and look at them. Good, and you can see here's for this the seat is actually, I think it's a Torx adjustment, and maybe they do that so it's a little less stealable. I don't know. But as you can tell, all this hardware needs to be cleaned up. It's all dirty.